Where are you? Where the heck is it on this list? I can't find it on this list. Darn it. Oh, here it is. K60VN Shave Dome. 4600 lumen. That's close to 5000 lumen from a single LED and 241K lux. Did you hear that right? I didn't even believe it when I got the numbers. 4600 lumen. How do you shave a dome and still have 4600 lumen from a single LED? That is just astounding. Close to 5000 lumen from a single LED with a perfect, gorgeous beam and 241K lux. This one has to be here. And if I'm not mistaken, the price is right. It's like $220, something like that. In terms of value, it probably beats everything on this table in terms of value. That much output, close to 5000 lumen and 240K lux. Yep, in terms of value, that one's probably the winner. Okay, so of all these lights, we have to, let's brings it down to like 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, and just take it from there, okay? How about, it's too many dang lights. Let's try to break it down to 4. So next time, if someone asks me what's the best thrower, I'm going to recommend these 4 lights in these 4 sizes. That light has to be a contender because it's just so small and nothing pocketable throws that much. Okay, the K70VN has to make it in there for the value that it makes and the output that it makes, the throw that it makes is just perfect. Okay, T6VN, that one for sure makes it to the top. I really like the RC40VNT, but the problem is the price. It's too high. The light is relatively big. If it had a carrier or interchangeable, unibody interchangeable cells, then it would have been a dream light, but it's not, and it's too expensive. So disregard the performance. The other stuff doesn't win me, and it's hard for me to recommend a $600 light that are bounded to a custom battery pack. Okay, so I like it so much, but it's just too much money. All right, K40S. Oh man, the K40SVN and the K60VN. I don't know. I gotta pick the K60VN because of the sheer amount of output. 4600 lumen is just too much. So between these 4 lights that you see in the front here, all right? If I have to pick one, if I can only have one thrower of all the lights on the table and of all the winners that have stepped ahead, I'll pick the T6VN. So, if you can only buy one light for me, one thrower light for me, okay? And nothing else. If you're just gonna buy one light and not buy anything else, buy the T6VN. It's not a perfect light. There are things here and there that I wish are different. But for the performance versus the size, and yeah, nothing beats it. Okay, so I'm sure you guys want me to talk about all the other lights also, and maybe I will. Give me a second. I'm still, it's hard for me. It's really hard. The reason it's hard is because I put a lot of effort into building all of these lights, into making them the best thrower possible. They're all kind of like my kids, all right? So I love them all. I play with them all. Every time I finish them, I take them to bed and I sleep with them and just, you know, marvel over what it can be done and how technology has come about. And it's really hard to pick one of your child and say that's your favorite child. But if I have to just keep one only, which is ridiculous, I would pick the T6VN, all right? Okay, now that we get that out of the way, and let's talk about some of the other lights on the table. They didn't win any prizes, but they're worth talking about, okay? I told you this video was gonna be long. Okay, oh man, I hope I put them back in the right order. Nope, I can already tell they're not in the right order. Okay, close enough. This one is somewhere here. All right, so MX25L4, my most recent favorite. My number one favorite all time before was an oh god, never remember the freaking name, and it's my favorite light. The S3330VN, okay? Or S6330VN. That's my favorite light. It's my favorite light because of many different reasons. Small, compact, decent throw, great UI, great innovations, okay? It's not the brightest light, doesn't throw very far, but I like it a lot, okay? And mostly because it's discontinuous, there's great exclusivity in it, so I like it a lot. The next up will be the 6XLVN I no longer make, and this, I think, is a good replacement of that light. So, in a light this size, putting out what, like 4,000 lumen or something? Yep, it puts out 5,000 lumen and 185K lux. So for the size, 5,000 lumen. You have 5,000 lumen here, you have 5,000 lumen here, and look how much smaller. Remember here, the T6V in the winner. Okay, and look, both of these have 5,000 lumen and it's significantly smaller. Okay, this one makes 400K lux, 185K lux, but you know, it's not a direct relation, so it's not like double the throw. Let's see what 580K lux is. I mean, not 580K lux. Let's see what double the lux comes out to be here somewhere. Okay, so 861 meters of throw and 1,300 meters of throw. So about 500 meters of throw difference. So, you know, I would give up 500 lumen, so lux of throw because 186 is actually pretty good, closest to 200K lux, and you have a much smaller size. I can't remember what the price is. I don't think, I think this one's quite a bit more expensive than this one, I think, I'm not sure. But for the size alone, these two are very, very close. So that's why this one didn't win, but I think that it was definitely way up there in terms of size versus output, in terms of throw. So that's very notable to bring up. This light right here, I'm going to do a second video here, showing beam shots of all of these lights at night. And it'll be really fun when you see the XM18VN50 turns on, because it'll liberate all of the light here. It's just, you can turn on all these lights at once, and once you turn that one on, it's just, what? So it'll be fun to show beam shots of all the lights at night. And by the way, all these lights right now are equipped with, or loaded with batteries, so you can imagine how many batteries are in these lights. This is not a thrower. I brought them in here and I put them in the chart. I put this light in the chart to see how an 11,000 lumen pop can light flare against a thrower, to show that output doesn't equal throw. All right. How much throw does this XM18 have? MM18VN. MM18VN makes 11,000 over 11,000 lumen and 65K lux. 65K lux is actually really good. Actually, that's a lot more than I thought. Okay, so 65K lux and 11,000 lumen. So we will see how an 11,000 lumen floodlight are compared to dedicated throwers. That's why I throw this light in here. The Zoom 18VN here, the Z1VN here is a great light. But you have to get this light in SBT70 round eye, which is, I don't know if you can see on video, but the focus is perfectly round because the LED die itself is round. Okay? TK09 here. This is a very, very nice tank of a light here. It throws very well. I was so freaking surprised that, because this light is so defined, and I just thought that it would throw more than the regular P60 host, but it doesn't. It throws about the same, but it's a little bit less, several thousand K lux, and that was pretty shocking. But now that you think about it, now that I hold them both in my hand, the P60VN does have a larger reflector. Larger, maybe not larger, but deeper, and that possibly focused the beam, more reflector surface area, so possibly focused the beam a little bit better. But that was still quite shocking how a defined hotspot will give you an illusion that it throws more than a beam that is less focused. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Other than that, all the other lights are great light. Oh, I gotta talk a little bit about this one. So this is a budget light. Okay, it's called Paylight Boss 1 VN now with Jar VN2, Jar VN2, an XML to U4 D-dome. Okay, so it has the higher spin XML2 D-dome. Because it focused so well with such a large reflector, it puts out pretty impressive numbers. I remember it was 1400 lumen and like 500 k lux of throw, so it throws pretty well. It runs on 4 huge 26650 battery. It's kind of a cool light, but I'm not really into budget lights, and there's a lot of budget things, designs with this light. Still a decent working light, very good light, incredibly intense, but it is after all a budget light, so it's pretty good for a budget light, but it's not that cheap either. I think it's like $100 or something stock for a budget light, so it's pretty expensive for a budget light. Okay, so everything else would just be talk. We gotta see these lights at night, outdoor beam shots, to really see what they can really do. Okay, long video, thanks for viewing, and keep an eye out for the next video, the one that I'm going to be doing at night. Okay, and I'll blab a little bit more when I do night beam shots. Okay, thank you guys.